Alright, I'm gonna try and explain how to load RetroBSD onto the Atom32 Explorer. It shouldn't be too hard. First thing you have to do is program the bootloader and the Unix hex files. So, open up MPLab. I like to use the regular IDE just for programming hex files because it's simpler. Basically, I have the Picket 3 set up, already plugged in. I have my UART to USB here. I have my Linux machine over here. And this is my Windows system. So, from the Windows system, we're gonna go ahead and import, file import. And the first one we're gonna load is the Bootloader Hex. Sorry about the blurriness. Let's see if I can keep this straight. Okay. Once it's loaded, make sure everything's connected. Select the programmer. It's ready. Let me see. Oh, I haven't powered my system yet. Okay, now it's powered up, so it's recognized. Let's program the bootloader. Once that's done, it'll start to blink. File, import, this time the Unix. Once it's loaded, we'll program it. This takes a little bit longer. Okay, it's done. Now that that's ready, we'll go ahead and switch over to our Linux system. Let me move this down right there. Okay, for the Linux, I like to use first, make sure we have our memory card, plugged in, I guess, our SD card, and use dmessage to make sure it's connected. Right now it's right here. If you just plug it in, it'll be in the latest, basically. So now that we know that's there, let's go ahead and clear these messages. We have to copy the files. To copy the files, we have to sudo dd our input file. First, let's make sure our input file is there in the current directory we're working in. As you can see, it's right there, sdcard.rd. So we sudo dd, then our input file. Too many spaces here. Alright, input file is sdcard.rd. Output file is the memory card, which is dev/sdb, and it should ask me for my password. Sometimes typos. There we go. Alright, now this usually takes my computer about 80 seconds or 88 seconds. That's because it's basically an old laptop behind my monitor running Linux. So once this is done, all we have to do is sync it and then plug it into the Atom32. So while we're waiting for it to be done, I'm going to head and open up a terminal. Okay, I like to use my own terminal. Something a little easier to see. Alright, for my USB, it's COM42 and the speed is 115/200. So we'll just go ahead and connect. If you want for now for a test, simply reset the board and you'll see it's looking for the SD card, but no card detected, so it's not going to do anything. It's just going to stay there. Alright. Alright, we're still waiting here. 80 seconds is a long time when you're waiting for something without anything else to do. I might pause this here and continue, you know, basically skipping the portion of waiting. Alright, it's done. Okay, so now we simply sync. Oops, I forgot to switch over. Okay, sync. That's done. Go ahead and unplug our little adapter. Take out the micro SD card. For the safety, let's just unplug this. Since I only have one hand right now, plug it back. Alright, as you can see, it started to load already. But just to be clear, I'm gonna clear the screen and reset the board. As you can see, since I reset, it's giving me all this crap. But it's perfectly fine. It's basically fixing itself. Okay, waiting for this to finish. There we go. So it rebooted itself. Okay, and now we get to log in. Our login is root, and our password is nothing. And now we're in. So basically everything's already set up. But I would like to go ahead and show you. I created a, what is it called? A device for the LEDs on my board. As you can see, I have 3 LEDs. See if I can focus. L1, L2, and L3 there. So my device lets you access those LEDs without having to figure out the the IO names or port values or anything like that. It's in the bin folder. No, sorry. It's in the device folder. And it's called LED 0, which is right here. Okay, so let's go back and let's go into our bin folder, because that's where I made a simple test, LED test. You can run it just by typing LED test. Press OK or send. It's a simple test and it's complete. So there's another thing I also developed on this version. I have to mount the user drive, basically the user partition. So let me go back. And to mount, I have to go into S-Bin, mount, the partition is device RD0C, I want to mount to the U. Now let's go into the U folder, and it's called Atom LED. So let's run that. And these are our options. Simple. Alright, for instance, if I want to turn on LED 1, I have to type Atom LED. I just want to turn it on. LED. Let's turn on 3. Okay, I'm gonna press send, and there we go. Now, if I want to turn off LED 3, just change the parameter to off. And now it's off. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off LED 2 as well. And you can also blink. I'm gonna blink LED 3 every 100 milliseconds 10 times. Gonna go ahead and press send. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And it's done. That's basically everything.